Ladies and Germans, how y'all doing? This is Connellrick.
And I'm Rangru, hello.
And folks, we're taking a break from the Terrible Divisions tournament to give you some love again from the Greenhorn Cup. We know how much you guys enjoyed it last time. So over here on Orsha East, that gingerbread looking at maps, what do we have, Rang?
Left hand side in blue, we have VonHovel playing first Skijaeger with Flatline income. Right hand side of Iskra playing third VDV with Vanguard. And I'm saying that really fast because we've got, once again, lots of A-phase air power. And a whole snipes the goddamn off-map artillery right off the beginning.
Well, and that the IL-2 is over here, and don't get me wrong, this guy is actually quite terrifying, except that neither side really has anti-air, does it? No, it doesn't.
No, it's right at the start. But the Messerschmitt is going to chase him, but as you all know, that IL-2 is made out of aluminium.
Yes, it is, but he actually might have enough. He's got plenty of time here, and another 120 rounds. There you go.
Yeah.
But the opening fight happens over here in the middle, of course. The VDV up against the Skijaegers. Skijaegers, excellent troops, but when you're outnumbered, it's kind of hard to be effective, so...
Yes. And third VDV, like, I think we've seen him play against 4th Infantry, like 14th Infantry, like a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
And if he can do that smoke, as we're seeing, and, you know, rush in a bunch of those descent troops, you just win every CQC fight because you got a million and run SMGs. True.
Now, unfortunately, actually, on the other side, too, Skijaeger doesn't help when you nuke your own guys.
Mm-hmm.
It is also worth noting that those airplanes, well, the cheap spotter airplanes, they're cheap for a reason. Now, we have another one immediately being brought on, and it's going to be more than enough to call down some, you know, of the fatherland's most holy unrighteousness on this bulge to the south. And what a waste of... Oh my gosh, yes sir.
I saw those 4 guys are really going to appreciate all the love and attention they're going to be getting very shortly. By love and attention, I mean high explosive shells.
You mean heat and warmth and just a bit of a burning passion? Oh yeah, I understand that completely. They're going to have to see a medic after seeing all that kind of, you know, irritation, but it won't be because of something they picked up.
Hey.
Yeah,
That's pretty good. That's good.
But the ME410 in the meantime is kind of just swarming around, doing his thing, maybe strafing a couple of things here and there. I'm a little concerned about this attempt to push on this town to the center. I understand the, let's say, the usual passion for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more fascinated by this northern push.
Yes. As usual with this map, whoever, you know, completely captures the north side immediately usually holds it for the entirety of the match. This is pretty good from VonHovel. If he can clear out this forest of Russians and, you know, stick a few anti-tank guns and call it a day. Well,
we just saw the Desant Niki. In my head canon, Desant Niki released one of the bomb dogs that blew up a Russian tank. But like I said, just in my headcanon. No, we just ended up seeing a T-34, captured T-34 get taken out by Desant Niki with the HE grenades. Couple of, well, a T-34, 7642, guard squad being brought on in. This will stabilize it somewhat, but, you know, is it really?
Yeah. The central side is actually pretty quiet for the most part. Neither side really invest in a whole lot of troops in here. I mean, this guy is holding the majority of it, but it's really just a few Scrotch and just, you know, some of the few guards that he does have available in his division. And artillery. Oh my god, we just have artillery again, but this time just some 82 mils. But that's all you need.
Well, they're mobile. They have a decent amount of firepower. Why the heck not, right?
Yeah, and they're nice and cheap.
Yes, they are. I'm more interested in the south here, as more Storm Skijaeger is going to support the Storm, the Skijaeger Pioneers.
Mm-hmm.
And shockingly enough, that off-map barrage killed precisely 1 guy. That was it. Like, dollars for donuts.
Really sucked to be that guy.
Exactly.
They probably like drew straws before the artillery hit, and it's like, okay, one of us is gonna die. And they all poured straws, and then Ivan was like, oh shit, boom. End of scene.
Statistically, one of us has to give up our life for communism.
Mm-hmm. We're not gonna share this endeavor, or no?
Probably not. Another barrage coming down those the not anti-air, but the air bombardment being called in on the town. I kind of like this. I would have preferred it always, of course, happening with conjunction of some more actual infantry.
Yes. He's really racing the opportunity here. I mean, he's bringing in some recon troops. I think it's like some snipers. But that's not really going to do too much apart from sniping.
I'm not going to say this is the plus side either, but we do have this Pak-36 who's desperately trying to take out the T-34-76, and he dies. It gives his life for the cause here. And what am I seeing? Well, more T-34s to the north. The 82 mils are just kind of popping like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And some more infantry being rushed to the south by Iskra. But I wonder if he's got more of an opportunity just to kind of push where he took out the Pak-36 just a little bit further north. I think that's the play, I think. You disregard your flanks and just kind of shove through.
Yeah, you really need to get some, like, actual, more reinforcements out, because this push here from VonHovel is pretty nasty. He's got the armor support, he's got pretty decent infantry. The snatty DTs are pretty good, but in a close range fight, not so much.
Certainly true.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they had about another 3 or 4 PPSHs, that'd be absolutely brutal, but thankfully, for many people, they don't.
Yeah, they just bring 3 bloody machine guns to the fight. It's
Yes.
just a ridiculous amount of firepower. It's also a really weird way to organize your troops. I don't know how, like, the basis of Russian paratroop divisions, but like how, you know, in game they work. You got the descent keys with just a bunch of SMGs, and that's all they have. And then you got these machine gun, like, fire teams with just a shit ton of machine guns. That's like almost one machine gun for every other guy. That's just a lot of machine guns, Khan. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, very true. I'm shocked. Usually it's the other way around. You know, 1 rifle, 2 men. 2 commies, 1 cunt, if they say. T-34-85, boy to T-34-85, taking out one of its former brethren over here in the south. To the north, we do see that the support that was there is gone from an armored perspective, but as you might suspect, T-34-76 a little bit guarded about approaching, and I completely understand why.
Yeah, going into a forest completely unsupported with armor is always a very bad move, and it seems like that's exactly what he's going to be doing.
It does certainly seem like a low percentage play for survival, that's for damn sure.
I'm sure he has a Panzer Fist, which wants to say hello. Oh no, Panzer Faust. Faust does not. Does Faust mean fist?
Yeah, it's like no, that's Tank Terror. So
okay.
Faust is fist, yes.
You got the Tank Terror gun and you got the Tank Fist gun.
Essentially, yes.
Yeah.
Well, if he doesn't move here soon, there's going to be a Pak-36 up there, and that's going to be as deadly, if nothing else.
Got more of the off-map artillery being brought in from VonHovel. I think that's for like the last of its charge on that recon off-map.
It is
so
now.
I think losing it is not going to matter. And oh, I suppose it's going to crash. I always hope that, you know, planes crash into someone.
Yeah, you know, just like if he dies, I wish you could control it for like half the last second of the descent. Yeah.
Yeah. Just like, you know, slowly guide towards like enemies or your friendly troops.
I should unlock the kamikaze skill.
Oh, okay. That's in the Japanese DLC, right?
Actually, I was going to say that's in World of Warships, I think so. But for everything, you know, air bombardment doesn't hit, there's an ME-410 for that.
Yeah. And there's quite a lot of them. But Iskra's getting, you know, pretty good anti-aircraft net and airplanes on the field. I mean, that does make sense for a paratrooper division. Kind of hard to get to the field without airplanes. So I guess in these guys' case, they're just sticking more to trucks. But
well,
yeah, it's southern push. It's going really well from VonHovel. It's usually a very... And no one usually pushes this side at all. Everyone always pushes the town or up north, but... This is going like really well. Some Skijaegers just outmatch most of the other infantry.
Well, and unfortunately, the Desantnikis are really not in a good place for this. Had to come out right now to flank, that'd actually be brutal. He's got 12 guys here, and they apparently are all being seen. This is unfortunate, because this could have been an absolutely deadly flank.
Yeah.
With 3 more squads swinging around the south. Jeez, this is beautiful.
Yeah, okay, there we go. He's finally moving in run to get an ambush. He's not shooting. Here we go. Yeah, close range. SMGs do not muck about.
No, they don't muck about, but neither do those MP44s.
That might be enough. Yeah, there we go. He's getting all the surrenders and completely stopped that push, so real good use of the SMG troops coming out in the nick of time to ambush the Germans.
Part of me wonders if that was because he was trying to pull off a flank if he didn't want his guys to get shelled by that T-34 that was formerly shelling them.
Yeah. So you run away from the T-34. Oh crap, a bunch of Germans.
Open fire, might as well.
You got 71 rounds in your gun, you can't miss.
By the way, to the north, in the northern town, Skijaeger taking out with an HHL-3. Probably going to pay for his temerity over here pretty quickly. But still doing some really, really good work.
Yeah. Yeah, with all the Skijaeger troops, they're pretty quality. You just really do not get enough of them.
No. No, you don't.
And in terms of this attritional warfare, he's... For VonHovel, he really has to make his infantry fights count. Because, you know, give it another 10-15 minutes and he's going to be hurting.
Well, we're getting some stovepipes moving on in. I think it's 2 or 3? It looks like 2. So 2 stovepipes moving in. Good call right there. Get some fire suppression over here in the middle of that town. To the north, he has been able to push back the first attack to break, you know, the Blauwald, you know, Blue Forest fortress here, but I don't know that's going to last too much longer. Within 76-2, a couple more tanks, guards, this not Niki. Yeah, that's and a Zis 3. That's not going to last very long.
Yeah. Usually when you hold this northern forest, you want to bring the biggest anti-tank gun that you can to hold it, such as a Pak 40. And the Pak 36 in this case is pretty much completely useless in this fight. He still has some infantry in there, so it's going to dissuade the tanks from coming in close, but Descent Nikis are going to be descending very soon. And they love forest fights, man.
It's true. I would say to a certain extent, Pak 36 can start getting some shots, though.
But this cluster bomber can definitely get some shots in.
Ooh, well, won't that be delicious?
I know, this is perfect, and I don't think it's much anti-air in the northern side, so he has pretty free reign to make those tanks less tanky.
Well, he's at least get one, he's not going to get both.
Yeah. Dropping a debuff from the sky, and here he goes.
A debuff, yeah, I imagine making something dead is probably a pretty big debuff.
It's something you can't really recover from, or something we haven't figured out yet.
Well, of course, just go to the Lazarus pit.
Yeah, or if you're playing Company of Heroes, you just get some medics and they drag your corpse back and boom, Grenadier Squad.
Exactly. Exactly. Descent Niki, though, Descent Niki, they're just getting carved to shreds getting up to that forest.
Yeah. Yeah, as good as SMG troops are, the main problem is actually getting them into range. I'm still under the firm belief that they really should be 150 meter range on, like, average, standardized. But that's neither here or there.
But some Sturmoviki rocks have been able to successfully push VonHovel back out of that town, just at the same point as 76-2 has managed to take out a half-track at that long-range snipe there. Actually, I'm kind of fascinated. Where the mortars are aiming to the south. That's an interesting decision.
What's he aiming at?
Is this 3 and then this at Niki?
Okay, makes sense. You really want to try and knock out those anti-tank platforms. So you can actually use your own tanks without getting anti-tanked. Shocking.
Yeah, it's a very, very weird play. I mean, who actually wants to use their own tanks?
I know, right? But this has been a pretty good push from Iskra. He's managed to counter-attack the southern side and gain a little bit of stability here. There's still a bit of a bulge from VonHovel. He still has some defenses here, and bringing in some extra armor to try and counter the T-34s.
You might also say they're battling over that bulge.
Oh yeah. Just a little battle royale.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if the Skijaeger goes down to the south jumping over here, we're going to see... I wasn't sure if maybe we would see a cutoff, but right now it just looks like VonHovel is quite happy to see Iskra.
Mm-hmm. There he goes. I think T-34s are going to get the encirclement. Yeah, bringing in some descent need keys to try and clear up the job. Pretty good play. Now, fortunately, it's not really much scary anti-tank in that forest. I mean, some anti-tank grenades, but you have to get a little bit close. And there we go. Stuck in a pretty good position. And at long range, Stuck has a pretty good shot.
Well, and he has the height advantage, which, as we know, Anakin, is half the battle. And there we go.
There we go.
And the men who look like a kidney bean are now reconnecting to the line.
Mm-hmm.
We got some real 6th Armors nonsense going on here.
Yeah, they actually got the order to fall back.
Well, they're not fighting that one.
No. Oh, no, they're gonna be sticking behind enemy lines. And there we go, we got another cluster bomber being brought in. It's not, I mean, cluster bombers are great and all, but the problem against fighting a division like this using cluster bombers is that they're only going to be using T-34-76s, so you're not really getting your value out of the cluster bombers point rise. You have to kill like 3 or 4 tanks to really make your monies back. And that's always deadly, because there's anti-air on the field, and anti-air can always ruin your day as an airplane. Yep.
Well, 410 coming back into the south. You're gonna blow up the forest for some reason. Guys, remember, only you can prevent forest fires. Like, you can't do that. Super bad idea. And he drops 400 kilograms of bombs on nothing.
I wonder why. I'm guessing he fought as infantry, but I wonder why still.
We're both wondering, my man.
Mm-hmm.
Also, watching down to the south, the Skijaeger Pioneers over here, they are going to take a huge chunk of damage from this on Nikki, but they fought 2 of them to a standstill and actually took out one of their bundle grenades. So, well done. You're going to die, but you're going to die with, you know, some battle honors there.
Gonna buy time for some Skijaegers to get into position. And that's actually a pretty good position because they should be able to catch some of these descent need keys before they can get into range, which will definitely give you an advantage when trying to fight people with guns.
If you can shoot them and they can't see you, yes, it's a pretty good thing.
I know, but yeah, we got descent DTs, yeah, and also the commander. Some probably will be enough firepower to force back those Skijaegers as we're seeing. And yeah, VonHovel's push is really slowed down south, and Iskra, you know, he cleared out the boats, he's slowly making progress through, but it's trove. It's pretty neck on neck in terms of like just looking at the map right now. Both sides have pretty good defenses all around and pretty good opportunities to make some offenses somewhere. Like also up north, I think Iskra might be able to capture this entire hill if he plays a little bit more aggressively. He's got the Su-76 there, giving some fantastic 5-5 support.
That is entirely possible, but I think you're right. I think both players definitely have the potential to be quite offensive, especially if they start talking about the other guy's mama at some point. We are...
That's the Xbox Live approach.
Oh, man. But we have 3 squads moving on in from the south. And one of them even has a radio, which is just weird to me. Like, who knew you could drop off the wing of an airplane and still have a radio attached to you? And that will never not be funny to me, that was just like, ah, yes, this is how we're going to get this done. Crawl on a wing, men. All right, dive.
Oh, yeah, you were talking about the picture from the 30s of the Russian paratroopers jumping out the plane and all just hanging off.
Oh, yeah, literally hanging on the wings, and then like that was the way to get out.
Yep. Yeah, it must have been really fun, like in the 30s, trying to figure out, okay, we want to get people out of airplanes. How do we do this? It's never been done before.
Release snakes on a plane. No, bad idea. Put a bomb on the plane. Yes, sir?
And you got the Germans dropping off, and it's like, okay, we're not going to give you the rifle, you're going to have to go and, like, play hide and seek and find it before the enemy finds you.
Yeah, that part just is weird to me. Like,
it makes sense from like, because I know with like German parachutes, they fell pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you landed, you kind of wanted to do a roll to like absorb the impact. So doing that with a rifle attached would be a bit difficult. But you know, in Battle Creek, for example, if there's a bunch of angry civilians who want to kill you because you're invading that island, you probably wish you had a rifle.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, down south here, Iskra is making some pretty good plays here for CQC troops, managing to flank the Sturm Skijaegers. And at close range, I mean, having a short rifle is nice, but not really gonna help out all too much against a flamethrower. And pretty good cluster bomber.
He was helped somewhat by the weird target acquisition by the Sturm Skijaegers. They had engaged the rocks for about 20 to 30 seconds, taking out most of their number. Then I was like, they sent Nikki. Let's shoot at those guys. They have both. They're a full squad.
Yeah.
So a little bit of weird thing going on there, but it happens.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just starting to really turn in Iskra's favor as we do see he's got a 15 flag advantage. He's completely captured, or almost completely captured, the entire central northern hill position here. And that's pretty huge, because once you hold the hill, it's pretty hard to lose it. And he's got very good momentum down south with just all his infantry.
It certainly does. And, I mean, the Sturm Skijaegers are great at longer distances, but I think, like you said before, if they can get in and among the trees, Descent Nikis are going to have very few equals in that kind of fighting.
Yeah, and I have a feeling now that VonHovel has really run out of a lot of his like awesome CQC troops, like the Sturm Skis and the Ski Pioneers, because right now he's only bringing in Skijaegers, and they're alright, but especially down south where it's just a goddamn forest fight, not going to help out that much against VDV.
Well, we can see an example of that right over here in the center, as the Descent Nikis are going to run, I'm not going to say afoul of the Skijaegers. In fact, wait, are they just going to pass each other by without even realizing it? Oh, this is quite interesting. I feel like both of them can barely see the other one. Or just, wow, it's like 122 meters away is the enemy squad.
Very close.
Very close indeed. Back up to the north real quick to check on that. Well, the Blue Forest Fortress has been reinforced. There's a Stroke up there as well. There's a couple more Strokes being thrown on into that particular area to just keep things relatively copacetic.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Stugs definitely help out quite a bit, because VDV's armor game is not entirely great. I mean, they only have a T-34 76s, but it's all the infantry, and on a map like Iskra, it's pretty infantry-centric. It's not gonna help out all too much. It means charging Skijaegers up the hill, but they're gonna run into a bunch of Nazi SMGs, and they only have one SMG, which is not ideal in this circumstance.
No, but at least they have the two MG34s.
Yeah, and the Stug. Stug helps out.
For the brief instant, it will be alive, yes.
Yeah. But Stug can get a second shot off before T-34 can. Quite surprised by that.
Changing that target acquisition again. Well, Skijaegers to the north, I wouldn't be surprised if the T-34-76 knows what's going on there. Oh, yep. That's why. Ooh. He sees the cluster bomb. There we go.
There he goes. And yeah, longer range Skijaegers do work out pretty well. It's just trying to keep that distance between you and the enemy. And goddamn, that anti-air is nasty, and same with the Astra airplanes itself.
It won't be enough. Yeah.
No. And Skijaeger does have some anti-air of its own, just a bunch of training wheels. That's really all you can afford, or you can get actually, as Skijaeger. But that's all he needs, because Yak is down for the count. And
he almost hit him. He almost hit him. I was so stoked for that for a second.
Same. He had one job. I mean, not die was his job, but yeah, one job at that moment was to crash into the enemy, and he couldn't even do that.
Yeah, it is kind of one of those 1A moments when you're like, yes, you have a job, it's to make me amused.
Mm-hmm.
But here we are, the last Skijaeger is getting pinched out by 3 Descent Nikki squads, and that's kind of the tail of the tape has been consistent. Or his last little bit. Even looking down to the south, we have this SDKF Z7 trying to engage each of these particular Descent Nikki squads. Big freaking deal. You push them back for 3 seconds, they lose a little bit of stress, and they come right back in.
Yep. And he's no way he's going to be able to push into that forest with just some amount of Russian infantry in there. Right now, Iskra's main problem is trying to get some anti-tank to kill those thugs to actually move up. He's slowly positioning this to get an eye on those thugs. Did he kill one?
Yes, he's killed a couple. I don't think it's anti-tank grenades per se, but he's killed a couple.
Oh, I think that's only one stug. I was thinking the SDK said 7/2 was a stug. You know, it's very obviously looks like a stug, of course. With its half reels and open top. Very, very stug-like in appearance.
No radio.
Yeah, no radio. Big anti-aircraft gun. Those sniper team down south is in a pretty good spot. Actually, okay, not the best spot. You probably should be in the trees.
If you want to see 2 strokes, you look to the north. If you want to see 1 stug, you look to the north.
Oh.
If you want to see no stugs, you look to the north.
Oh wow, that was that was pretty brutal. Yeah, losing all that tanks very quickly. It's a shame he doesn't have a Pack 40 up north.
I know.
Really needed more than anything. Just a heavy anti-tank gun to deal with those medium tanks. Yo, he does know he has an anti-tank gun. Yeah, I wonder if he's gonna, say hello.
That was one of the purest examples of Caster's Curse that I think I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was one point I was watching something for Hold Fast, and it was like, yes, we have 2 cannons and a mortar. Boom! We have 1 cannon and a mortar. Boom! We have a mortar. Boom! It's like 3 quick shots, and there goes the entire artillery for the British armies. You can't write stuff like that.
No, you can't.
But down to the south, Stug is desperately trying to punch above his weight. And while he's cheaper, I would think, than the T-34, he doesn't mean he is a more efficient fighter here, especially as he has the 45 mils and the Sis-2s engaging him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying that the fat lady is singing yet, but there's someone definitely warming up, and I think she's wearing a helmet.
Yeah, VonHovel is managing to hold back a little bit, yo. I mean, he brought it back down. Oh, he brought it back down to a 12-12, and he's pumping out Skijaegers like it's out of style. And, oh no, down south, he's pushing back the infantry. And there's not a whole lot of Descent Nikis. The Sturmovikis are an entire different issue, however.
They certainly are.
Yeah,
they certainly are.
I mean, in the light forest, when it's not, heavy green shrubbery, you can shoot those flamethrower troops before they can shoot you, and you have like a 50-meter buffer to cause a bunch of suppression with your MG42s.
Yep, that is certainly true. Well, the MP44s are still there, the short Skijaegers, the last couple of squads. Not too shabby.
Yeah, and I'm also giving some pretty good support here, so maybe it could be a little bit of resurgence in the south side for VonHovel. He's also trying to push onto the hill, another good cluster bombing run, yeah, but he really needs a little bit of armor on that hill, because that T-34 and even as this 3 is really giving them a head in.
Well, it doesn't help that Iskra has these tiny little local counterattacks. They're just very beautifully set up. We have the Sturmoviki, Descent Nikki Max, which just finally died, a DT, and a half-track. So he's got, 2, 3, maybe almost 4-to-1 firepower advantages, and he's playing to the hill. Like, that's what you need to do.
Yeah. And if he can even push to the other side of the hill, or the opposing hill, that'd be a pretty good position to get some sneaky infantry playing, try to kill some mortars and units being brought into the front.
Well, he's got the ability to do so.
Yeah, because there's nothing really stopping him. Now, down south, Skijaegers just en masse. Being able to outmatch Iskra's forces. There is bringing in some Descent ETs, but I think they're going to be out of position.
That is likely going to be true.
Yeah. I wonder how many stugs he has left, because he's been losing stugs left and right, up and down, all over the place. You don't have a lot of tanks as... You have a decent amount of Skijaeger, but not a ton where you could be losing them left, right, center, up and down. A, B, start.
So I was just entranced by the fact that this one Sturmoviki Rock squad is now, he still has Ognamachiki numbers here. Meanwhile, the other Desantniki charging on in, and within about 3 seconds, drops the entire squad.
Yep.
It's going to happen again, too.
Yeah, in the Lake Forest, you really do not have enough time to get in close to actually use your submachine guns. And then you just get completely decimated by MG42 fire. Oh, he's got Skijaeger, so he does have like 1 or 2 left at least. And now he's bringing
Fusiliers.
The Fusiliers, so... I think that's definitely a little bit I don't say scraping the barrel. I mean, because they're pretty good infantry. But I don't think he has a lot of infantry cards left.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help that the IL-2 is going to come in and just roast everybody.
Yeah. God damn. Just laying in the carpet.
Well, he's just trying to match the drapes.
Mm-hmm.
And JU87, not to be outdone, says, no, this is how you do a cluster run. Definitely going to go and take out my assumption would be that T-3476, and the anti-aircraft net that seemed to be so terrifying before just seems so misplaced for the moment.
Yeah, we got the 185 mil and the 37 mil up north, but yeah, not really much down south. It's really just at 85. And you can get some good hits, but it's only a single gun. It might be enough. Nope.
JU87s have got to get a little bit of notoriety here. I think they must have gotten 8 or 9 kills overall.
Mm-hmm. They have been getting a lot of kills, but the problem is they've only been killing like 45-point tanks. And he only managed to kill like 1 at a time. So, I mean, a good kill was nonetheless what I'm saying, but just the point value for the JU87 2 tank kills is. I mean, it's not like killing an IS-2.
Well, first of all, killing an IS-2 with a Junkers is it's not the worst opportunity, but at the same time, it definitely is a little bit less important than some of the other ideas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like VonHovel has really just kind of run out of steam. I mean, just seeing now all he has is ski Fusiliers, like losing that, all his Skijaegers. Actual proper infantry who can hold the front line. I feel like that's pretty much it. He's just out of troops. Which is such a classic Skijaeger problem.
It certainly is.
Mm-hmm.
But, dang if they aren't strong troops. When the scouts themselves are terrifying.
Yeah. When your recon team has more firepower than a Russian platoon.
when your recon team can take on an entire company of air such trooping, you might be a Skijaeger.
Yeah.
T-3476 is coming in to clean them up, though. I mean, these guys are pinned down, alone, cut off, no hope, really. They're gonna get some more. This is these constant carpet bombing, but to what end? I don't think that anything's really gonna happen here.
Yeah, he kills the T-34 and then another one pops in to take its place.
Exactly. It is the Hydra of divisions here.
Yeah. Iskra just has like a few, T-34 factories just off in the map. You can't really see, just often spawn, and they're just churning out the tanks.
As well as Chernos, but that's a different division altogether. Well, down to the south, I mean, we have like these little drips and drabs of guys kind of racing on through, but VonHovel sees the writing on the wall, and he does not want his name to be next to that particular piece of writing.
Yeah.
Taps out.
And
did he have...
Yeah. Only 800 difference. 900. Not bad.
I wonder, wait a second, what got all the kills? Well, we have a Yak that's got 3 air kills. Zis that's got 4 vehicle kills in an anti-tank position. Another Zis. Yes.
Panzer, or Panzer T-3485. It's pretty impressive.
Wait, are we talking about the Chelopov or somebody else?
I can't bloody sell it. Say Ella F. Tirov. It's an Obisia 25.
Yes, the Obusier, yes. I left it off. Yeah. Yeah, no, that guy was much earlier on. Definitely some kill at half track, I think, just before he went down, rather than the middle part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the other perspective, I have to know how many kills were done from air to ground with all of those bombing runs. Let's see. 2, 3, 4. That's it? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It felt like even more. But good lord, a couple of these guys did extremely well. I feel like without those the anti-tank planes, the game was over another 10 minutes sooner.
Yeah, they definitely kept him in the matches, keeping those T-34s at bay, but once again, it really came down to the infantry, and Skijaeger, you gotta win in those first 20 to 30 minutes, or you're just not going to win, because you just ran out of dudes.
I wonder if the way to play Skijaeger is actually with that Maverick income. I know Maverick is not usually the favored economic approach, but I can't help but wonder if the B push allows you to balance the amount of troops that you have along with a rather much more favorable income curve.
Yeah, I would say so. Like, you really want to do a Vanguard or Maverick income for Skijaeger, because you might as well just make A phase, B phase matter. And you do have really good A phase and B phase. We got the A phase KV2s, T-3045s, strafing planes, Junkers. You got a lot of really nice equipment early on, the STG troops. So you just have to make it, high quality stuff count early, and then hope to God that you got like a 15 to 9 flag advantage and just completely decimate the enemy in terms of points.
Well, yeah, exactly. You sell every single inch of territory as dearly as you can, and just play the attrition game.
Yep.
But folks, that's going to do it for us tonight over here from the Greenhorn Cup. Thank you to both Iskra and VonHovel for kind of showing off their, highlighting their medal, I guess, today in more ways than one. As always, we definitely welcome your guys' thoughts. You want to let us know what you think of our stuff below? Go for it. You want to say it on Reddit? Go for it. You want to say it on Discord? Go for it. You want to, text us? I have no idea how you got my number, but sure, go for it. Rang, any final thoughts about this match, though?
Nope.
Folks, in that case, then, we will see you guys all real soon. Until next time, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangaroo. Take it easy.